Right, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Upload Labs. So starting off, we're back in the same game obviously. We just finished off the... where is it? It's that one in it. Requests, we just finished off the second request for the text, so that's fine, and we unlocked the video downloader in the last episode, so the image downloader even. So let's have a look at one of those. Let's see what this is, how it works, and what it does. I have turned down the volume for you guys. I haven't turned it down for me, but there we are. So, fingers crossed I could put that back up now. And it shouldn't be too loud, hopefully. Let's turn it down a little bit more. There we are. Right, so we've got the image downloader. I'm gonna say we're gonna have to get some network off there, because I don't know. No, we can't have another network, so we'll have to use this one. So we got this downloading. I think we're gonna have to run it through a virus scanner. For one, so let's pop a virus scanner down. Let's stick the virus scanner core on there, so we've got that working. So now when that's downloaded, that will start working and kicking out stuff. Then after that we're going to want an auto collector and a request uploader, because from here we've got images. So I'm gonna say that we've got ones that need an antivirus and one that doesn't. So for the moment, let's have the decent images going out. Oh, okay. Ah, that's where I went wrong. So let's have the request uploader do the crappy ones. The upload speed goes down here, like that. And then let's have... where is the thing that I need? I need an actual uploader with the upload speed. Then I need the decent images to there, and then that one out to there. Right, there we are. So then we've got the request uploader for these ones. We've got the uploader normal there. So we've slowed down a little bit because we have in fact used a lot of our resources from our network. So let's try and upgrade that a little bit. Let's have a look at upgrading our core as well, so then we can get that running a bit quicker. So that in there, that like that. So we've started basically making it a bit more neat and tidy here. This one, these three are now done, so we're waiting for something to pop up here. If there is something that pops up there, if there isn't, then we'll repurpose them as better. Well, we'll take the rubbish text files with viruses and just upload them as well and collect on them, so that's fine. We have... which upgrades have we got at the moment? We've got processing value. So the seller is 100% better again. We've got GPUs, premium images. So I might go for GPU. Then I will buy this one, the processing unit value even. Node groups. We'll buy node groups as well. Just for having it. Group nodes together for easier management and improved organization. We can do. Inventory, yep. Folder, yep. Allocator, that's fine. Right, we've got GPU and mine Litecoin. Right, so let's have a look at this. So now we've got a nice little GPU. Let's have a look at the selling of GPU. There. So now I'm going to say that this auto collector is going to let me sell Litecoin, which would be good if it does. Let's have a look. Let's see. Because I'm fairly sure that is the right icon for that. It is not. Right. Okay. So, what else has got a triangle that we can use? So what? Let's go over here. Let's go on to this. GPU clusters. No, mining clusters. Mines. Is it the crypto seller that I need now? It probably is, isn't it? Yep, there we are. Right. That would make sense. If we want to sell crypto, you'd use the crypto seller, wouldn't you? Okay, and then we've got a little up and down scale of hell. Right, so let's get processor unit and then premium images. I don't actually think we've got the premium images yet though, have we? So it won't help us at the moment. No, we've just got normal images at the minute. Right. So that has taken a big old dip at the moment. Let's have a look at using this. Right. So how would one use this? That to that to that. Okay. In there. Like that. Okay, so that's how that works. Right. Okay, so now if I move that over here. So we have got a big old area to use. This is going on a sky rise now. Let's watch it for a second. As soon as it starts dipping, we'll sell from that high. There we are. And then boom. It tanks. Right, so we'll just keep an eye on this a little bit every now and then. So we can have a look at that. We've got images being worked on. We need to speed up this core a little bit as well. So we might upgrade it once, upgrade our network, and then we will upgrade the core again after that, because it's the core that's taken time here. These are all absolutely plowing through the work, which is brilliant. And then that auto collector there is doing bits. So core, let's get that upgraded. We've got 1.6 kilohertz on everything now, which is brilliant. And then the processor seller, that's obviously just smashing through money at this point. Right. What's our next upgrade? So we can upgrade the value of crypto. We need to start looking at ways to increase the speed of this. The image downloader at the minute. Which would probably be adding another core, but that's going to cost 1 billion. That's a lot of money. Let's have a look at what crypto's doing. Crypto died up here. That's fine. So, what should we start on working today? We need to work on upgrading this system. This system doesn't seem to be very effective. So let's get rid of these, because I don't think any more upload requests are coming through for them. So, let's move you up there. Let's add a... where is it? An uploader for the crap ones. Let's upload speed that. New achievement, what could go wrong? Upload an infected file. So we know that we're uploading the infected files. We need to move that one up to here, move that one to there. Actually, let's move him up there. This one. So about there, just off that one. Now this one can go down. So let's move the image downloader down. Just to make it a little bit easier for us to work on all this stuff. So we've got the uploader, which is going to there. So that's the good files. So we need another uploader here for the crap files. Need to move you down. You've got your auto collector there. And then you need to have a uploader as well for your rubbish files. Right, now stick upload speed on there and upload speed on there. Now auto collector, and auto. Pop, pop, and pop. There we are. So now we see the difference between the two files. We've got the decent files coming from here that's been scanned, uploaded onto this, and then transferred to our auto collector, which does 14.4K per second. This is the virus full uploader. This outputs 3.61K per second. So there is a bit of a drastic change in the kind of output that we get from them. But still, it's money. So it'll help us improve. We got what could go wrong, upload an infected file. So that's given us some more tokens, which is good. We can now upgrade our processing value and premium images again. So the image money will go up quite a lot more. And with that, what I'm going to do as well is upgrade our network, so then the upload speed is more again. These are absolutely smashing it out now. Right, so now we have got the cores doing what they need to do at a relatively good speed here. They're doing quite good down here as well. We need to up the download speed some more, because now we're not keeping up with the virus scan speed. And then the bottleneck is also that uploader when we get there. But it's not doing too bad. It's the folder that I want next. Right. So, let's have a look at doing a little system. Right. Where are we looking? So I want a text downloader. I just want to test this to see how it works. So putting text into there. Let me move this down here so then we know we're not interfering with the main line. Right, so text into there. Now we want the, where's virus? Virus scanner to there. Actually, no, we don't want to do that just yet because I want to do a splitter. Nope, not a splitter. An allocator? An allocator. Right, so allocate 5 to 5. One up into this virus scanner. Like that. And then I want to do another virus scanner down here. Into there. And now we're splitting the two off into two different virus scanners. So we've got one text downloader going into file, a folder, which then means that it can go into an allocator, into two virus scanners. So we're using one into two to double the efficiency in theory, to then go into an uploader each. If this is the way that it works. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, now we want to do a, where is it? Auto collector, auto collector, auto collector, auto collector. 1, 2, collecting points, 3, 4. Right. So now we've got one text downloader going into a folder, which gets allocated into two different virus scanners. No, that's the wrong way. I want that way. Just to even it out for a second, now I'm going to want to get an upload and a clock speed 1 there. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to put that back down to 5 to 5. Now that is working. It's working well. It's the uploader that's taking the time again now, because it's working through this backlog quite quick. Right, so let's upgrade that twice just to get it in there, get that image downloader a bit more power. We're going to go for the Antivirus Plus next, as a core or a node, and then we need to start researching those extra parts as well. So doing that alone has upped our output speed to 16.3K, which is very good news. So let's see what we can do with the better scanner when we get it. First, I'm going to stick a second image text downloader on this, just to give us a bit more input at the bottom down here. There we are. Now we're splitting it between the two, and when we upgrade the virus scan, we should be able to utilize that a bit better. We can upgrade our cores. I think we do need to, don't we? We need to. So let's... Right. So let's get these collectors over here. So then we've got all of them in the same area. They're not all bunched up, messing around. We've got all the uploaders in the same general area now. Let's make sure that that is true. Uploader, 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 uploader. There we are. Right. I can't really do much with that one, to be honest, as it's kind of just there in its own separate area. Which is how we want it. Right, so in total, this bottom area here seems to be doing alright. It's on par with the top section now, and that's with 2 going into 1, being split into 2 different sections, and then into uploaders, which isn't bad at all. How much do we need to make for the antivirus? We need to get 20 million. Let's have a look at our mining. There we are. It was on a low, but we have managed to get something out of it at least. So let's get the Antivirus Plus. Let's go for an upgrade on the crypto mine and an upgrade on the GPU. Have a look at quarantine. Right, okay. So, gonna say that we're gonna want to put that there. Gonna want to disconnect that like that. Now, you're gonna want to output to there, which is then gonna output a normal text file that has been scanned, which is brilliant news. But now we've got to use our clock speed a little bit more, which is going to slow it down. Got another achievement. So now we've got remove viruses from infected files, which we're doing. We're going to want to do that on all of the other ones as well. So let's...
A few moments later.
So now we've got all of these cracking through. And now we're back to the virus scan being the slow thing down here. We are now also, let's have a look at the requests. Almost done on the requests. And then we will be able to do the images one as well. Which is the virus checked one, which is good. So that's fine. So what we need to upgrade now and work on is the core speed again. Obviously, because we've knocked the core speed down quite a bit. We could have used that second core because we're not able to utilize it fully here. And to be honest, what I'm going to do is stick a second one on that. Like that. Now we're getting double the money. Are we getting double the money? What other upgrade can we get? We can get the premium images again, which at this moment in time we don't really need because we are slow on that area. Crypto is starting to go up again, which is good. We can get a couple of million out of that. 168. Let's just keep up here for a second. Sell. Just as it bumped up. There we are. We've got 4 million. Just making sure that all of these are virus scanned ones. So that's for the images. Yep, image, good. Upgrade is available. Which one have we got? We've got the processing value, and we've got premium images, which we're not going to do. Right, so I'll go for processing value, which will basically take that up to double what it was, and essentially what it was before we split it off into the 2 processors from the single core, which is good. We're going to add the upgrade to... I'm thinking I'm going to add the upgrade to the clock speed. So then we can start getting these virus scanners doing stuff again. And doing it efficiently. Like that. That's firing out bits as well. So all in all, it's doing a very good job of keeping up. There we are, we've got a quarantined image. Another one. So we are starting to get a little bit of a backlog for them as well. Let's upgrade our... Oh, what's this? Research. Okay. Use research points to permanently unlock new features and technologies. Network exchange and convert upload speed into download speed and download speed into upload speed. Right. Checksum validation. Unlocks a validator, a verifier, which validates files' integrity to increase its value. Unlock synchronizer nodes, allowing CPU cores and GPU to work simultaneously. That would be a good one. That would be a worthwhile upgrade. Then we can bring the GPU back down here and have a look at utilizing that as images is complete. There we are. And now we're working on the virus scanned ones. Which should... it's only getting the quarantine ones, which is alright. Just means that it's going to be a bit slower for that. But that's perfectly fine. It will work along itself at its own rate. So, what do we want to do? We want to have a look at upgrading to the research node. We'd like that as well, because that will double download speed, so then everything here will be manic quick, especially image downloader. So let's have a look at trying to get 1 billion. That's a lot of money for an upgrade. 1 billion. Is there any upgrades for crypto value yet? No. I don't want to spend the money because we want to get to that billion stage. Let's sell that. Whilst we've got some high there, that'd be good. Now we are almost at that billion mark to get that research. There we are. Right, new research node is enabled. Use files to generate the research. Let's have a look. It looks like we can upload anything. If that is the case, that is brilliant news. If I have an allocator come off that into there. Right, stop that from scanning. Put that to there, put this to there. Now, that's still doing its job. It's sending stuff here, which is then split into here. Which then, if I... Is it going to go into an auto collector? That one to there. Yes. Okay. So, Research Data Lab. That there. So that helps that, which is good. That splits it to do that, which is even nicer. Now, if I put that through a quarantine, will that put more research through an antivirus and a quarantine like this? So we're allocating 50% of what this is doing to here, and then we're allocating 50% of that to down here, which is research. Which then means we are getting 0.2 per second, which is next to nothing. But we're also going to be able to unlock that. Unlock the scheduler, allowing GPU speed to be converted into clock speed, which is good. So we now have unlocks synchronizer node, allowing CPU cores and GPU cores to work simultaneously. Right, so now if I bring down our GPU, so what I'm going to say is this GPU synchronizer, if you put 2 GPUs into this, so if I was to have 4 billion and put the 2 CPUs into that, then put that into that, it would basically combine them into what it would need to be. Right. And then the same for this. So, synchronizer there, you put them 2 in there, and then go mesh out. Okay. Right. So if that's the case, let's have a look at optimizing all of these things that require cores. Stop, stop, stop. Stop, 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 stop. Let's have a look at synchronizing all of this together.
A few moments later.
So that's all in one line now, which is nice. So yeah, essentially, that's going a lot quicker. Yep. We still need to upgrade download speed, which will be happening very soon. Doubles download speed, we need loads more of those. But that's fine. Upgrade our download speed now. Oh, actually, I need to link that one, don't I? There we are. So that's going through that 2.72k in seconds, which is fantastic news. Our CPU is being split, which means we are getting 3.66 kilohertz to everything now, which is a lot quicker than it was before. I think it was like just about 1 before, which is good news. Now, these two, they're not doing anything. Can I link them without destroying the speed? Want to get some more upload speed now, which is 671 million for the network upgrade that we have, which is a very expensive upgrade. There it is. So even from the start of this episode, we have got lots more stuff cracking on here. Let's have a look at what our crypto's doing. Sell now. Before it decided to take that massive drop. So now we've got 751. Let's upgrade the network. Now, where is our images? There we are. We are now hopefully going to be able to clear out that backlog that we had. Just, I think. 6, 7. Oh, it's just keeping up. So I think one more upgrade on the network and we will be perfect on that. Our viruses are just about level. at the minute this is just struggling to keep its, well, it's just going up now. So we need to essentially turn off one of them. And let's just get rid of this one. So then we've only got one core doing money. And we can start hopefully cracking down this. Oh, it's not. Doubles the download speed, which is probably what we're going to go for next. Checksum increases the value. Unlocks synchronizer allowing scheduler allowing GPU speed to be converted into clock speed. Right, can't do that one. So let's get this one first. So now we've got a new CPU node. Checksum verifier. So now this is gonna mean that the files that we put in from here is now going to be more money again. Right, so let's stop that from going to there. Right, now you go into there, take some core speed and put you in there. So now that uploader is worth, it's worth a lot of money. It is essentially what we're looking at there. And then, we're going to want to put an uploader on that. Right, okay. So it does start getting a bit confusing in how this stuff works. Right. Hold the phone. Right, so you go there. Right. Now. Hold on, because where are you also going? You're going there. Right, you go to there. So you and you are now making a decent amount of money. Which is fine, because you are making 128k a second, which is great. You are making 32k a second, which isn't fantastic, but it's not the end of the world. Now, we're going to want to run another checksum to have this one going into here. We're going to want more processing power. Now, I don't know if I can do 2 uploaders into one, can I? No. Right, so now I've got to have another uploader for this, which means this is going to start getting very complicated very quickly. Right, so you. So let's bring you down here, because you're the second stage of that. So this is the first stage, which is coming out of the normal text, going into here. Which means that this is the quarantine that's going into here. Right, so. You go to there. Which then goes into here, which this sends files over to here, up into this one, which is good. Now, I need 2 uploaders for this, which will then mean that I need 2 collectors. Auto collector. Right, so now you and you have your outputs. So you go to the top one, you go to the bottom one. You go to that one, you go to that one. So then means I need to get upload from down there up to here. Like that. Now. So now I have essentially got 120k for these 2 coming in. Which is great. From one. So this is scanning the files, taking out the virus ones, putting it in quarantine, which then means that this one gets quarantine files to check, which is the same files as the one that the top's doing. So now we have essentially tripled our money in a way, which is very weird. So even more, because that's 60k, that's 120, so that's double what they are already off one. And we've got 2 lanes going in to different uploaders now, which is brilliant news, because we're getting loads of money. Right, so let me move this so it's not in the way, and that we are kind of sorting things out whilst we're working, because it's starting to get very liney and messy. Up here, like this. Now, so that is one whole section of text downloader. Goes into one, gets split into 2, that gets split into 2, that gets split into 2. And that's mad. Right, so you go to you. Right, now this uploader goes here with that auto collector. Now I'm gonna want a checksum, which is in CPU, to go here and here. Right, so checksum is going to go into there. You're going to go into there. No, done that wrong. Right, so you go to there, you go to there. Now you receive the good documents, and you receive the bad documents from that first one. Right, now I need to go and get CPU speed, or CPU processing power, it should be called, from there. Now, this top one is working to now make this reasonable. It's slowing down because I'm using lots of clock speed. So if I do that, it will speed it back up, which is great. The issue with this is that it's going to start hammering the speed. Right, now I need 2 more. No, I don't. I need, yes, 2 more uploaders. 1, 2. So I'm going to put that into there. This one into here. Upload speed and upload speed. Now I'm going to need 2 auto collectors. 1 there and 1 there. And now we've doubled this line, which is good. So off camera, I'm gonna do this, get it all done, and then in the next episode we will have a look at what next bits we are doing. Let's upgrade that download speed whilst we're here. That's smashing through download now. It's great. So in the next episode we're gonna have a look at more research, see what's in here, have a look at what we can get and what's good, and then we will see how it all works and get these lines done properly and efficiently. So thank you for watching. Hope you all had a good day. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for coming to the second episode, and have a good one. Bye bye.